Hey y'all, welcome back to Wing Reviews. Today we are doing something a little bit different, flying on every aircraft type that Norwegian Airlines currently operates. That's right, we're taking off on both their 737-800 and their newer 737 MAX 8. Two planes, one airline, and a full look at what you can expect on board. Let's get checked in for our flight and then I'll explain more. To check in, you have to use these self check-in kiosks and then it'll print out a bag tag if you need to check your luggage and then you just go up to the counter. But today we are starting from Helsinki Vantaa Airport and this is going to be our first flight on the Norwegian 737 MAX 8. This airport was really nice. There was lots of shops and it was very open with lots of seating too. When we got to the gate, there was still a Finnair aircraft parked there, so we decided to head up to the Aspire Lounge to kill some time. We were able to get access with this lounge through our credit card, and it was not included in the ticket. This lounge was really nice. There was a wide selection of drinks in the front section and also a small self-serve bar. And then there was a lot of seating in the middle. It was very packed, but we were still able to get a table. The windows overlooked the ramp and the arrival end of the runway, so we saw some really cool planes come in. On the back end of the lounge, there was the food section with a small soup and some cuts of meat and a full salad bar. The soup was good, but the lounge food definitely left something to be desired. It was a little light compared to a lot of the other lounges I have reviewed. After staying in the lounge for a bit, we headed down to the gate to wait for the aircraft to board, and while we were there, we spotted this Finnair A350-900 taxiing by. I did a flight review on the Finnair A350 from Dallas to Helsinki, so if you want to see that, I'm going to link that in the top right corner. It was an absolutely amazing flight and it blew me away, so feel free to go and watch that one next. Welcome aboard Norwegian Airlines 737 MAX 8. They have 189 economy seats in a 3-3 configuration, and today we will be sitting in 10A, a window seat. This seat was not bad. It had a small literature pocket with a safety card and a menu. There was a tray table that came down and a small pocket in the bottom. The legroom was actually pretty good, but some complaints I had about this seat is that there was no power port and for some reason my seat did not recline. There was also no headrest. But the view out of this window is amazing with that engine right there. The seat also came with a light and your personal air vent. One thing I noticed before pushback is that there was this Norwegian plane being fueled at the next gate and they're using sustainable aviation fuel, which is really nice to see. We pushed back on time and headed to the runway. Enjoy this great takeoff out of Helsinki. Welcome to the forward Norwegian Airlines bathroom right next to the cockpit. It's very cramped. There's a toilet, a baby changing area, a mirror on this side, and of course, gotta have the Boeing shirt on. We have a mirror on this door too, and a mirror on this so you can make sure that you're very fashionable during your flight. I hope you liked that news segment. I tried to do the talking while I was recording, and I think it worked out pretty well. So anyways, this is the menu on the Norwegian's flight. They have a lot of stuff for sale, but a lot of it is dependent on what route is being flown. They sadly did not have any model airplanes on board, but I guess that's okay. And since this is only a 41-minute flight, I didn't need any food, but they did come around about 15 minutes after takeoff to do a service to see if anyone wanted to buy anything, and there was no free options available. Feel free to pause if you want to look closer at any of the pages. This is pretty long and there's a lot of items in here, and I'm not sure why people would pay these expensive prices on board, but I guess it is duty free. So far, this flight has been going pretty good, but I just wanted to say a few things about Norwegian since they are a low-cost carrier. If you buy the lowest fare, only an underseat bag is included, and it has to fit under your seat and has a max weight of 10 kilograms. If you get the low fare plus, you can get an underseat bag and an overhead bin, but they both have to weigh less than 10 kilograms combined. And then there's a flex fare with a combined weight of both of 15 kilograms, and there is size measurements that they have to be, and you can find those online. For checked bags, they have to be 23 kilograms. For low fare, you get none. For low fare plus, you get one. And for flex, you get two. Enjoy the rough landing into Stockholm. Overall, I think that was a great flight, but we were on to flight number 2 on the Norwegian 737-800 from Stockholm to Oslo. We got to the airport by train. It was a lovely train ride, and we even got to see some planes coming in on our way there. When we got there, we had to check in at the kiosks again and then head through security, which was super fast. This airport was going through some renovations, so a good part of the terminal was closed and had to walk all the way around to the lounge. With our credit card, we were able to get into the premium lounge in the Stockholm airport. It was pretty nice. There was a good selection of food and drinks. It was the morning, so there was more breakfast items, but overall it was pretty good. I had a hot chocolate, and there was also a lot of seating options with some great views onto the ramp. There was some renovations going on in the lounge, so a little part of the lounge was cut off, but other than that, this was a pretty nice lounge with lots of space available. When we got to the gate, our plane was waiting. This was a 13-year-old 737-800 registration Lima November Indigo Mike. Norwegian 737-800s have 186 seats, 3 less than the maxes, still in the 3-3 configuration. Today we will be sitting in 10A again. Upon first looks, this seat was definitely older than the max seat. It was a lot less comfortable and looked not as new. And there is our great engine view. The seat still has the literature pocket with the safety card and menu. The tray fold is a bifold tray table with blue on the inside for some reason. The legroom is a little worse, and the headrest has no headrest and does not even have the little Norwegian flap. We pushed back shortly after boarding for this short 42-minute flight. Enjoy this great takeoff video with some amazing views of the airport from the air. welcome to the Norwegian bathroom, 737, right next to the cockpit up in the front. This bathroom is pretty clean. It's a little cramped, but we got some air freshener and some soap like normal. And this is a pretty old 737, so it looks not too bad. And of course we got the Boeing shirt. It's a little shaky up here. This flight was pretty much the same as the other flight except for the seats, but if you want to check out the menu, it was exactly the same as the other flight, so just go back a little bit. But I wanted to take this time to talk about Norwegian's long-haul operations that they had to shut down. Before COVID, Norwegian operated a total of 37 787 Dreamliners, breaking down to 8-8s and 29-9s. They operated these between Europe, America, and Asia. They actually had a pretty good network to cities like Bangkok, LA, New York, Fort Lauderdale, and Orlando, among others. But due to COVID, they had to close these operations. So now they operate a fleet of 737s, 88 in total, with 62-800s and 26 MAX 8s. Now it's time to check out the landing into Oslo. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a fun video to make because I have never flown Norwegian Airlines before, and it was definitely a great experience, and I would recommend it if you need to get around Europe cheaply. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It would really help me out. I have a lot of fun videos coming out in the summer, like a Japan Airlines A350 1000 business class and even an A380 business video. So please subscribe and help me out. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you.